Mason University's College of Visual and Performing Arts has made a strong commitment to create paths that connect our talented Mason students and faculty to the community at large.
I think the whole idea of having art in daily life is just so attractive and so personally meaningful that making that part of my professional journey then just was a natural consequence. Coming to George Mason, oftentimes college programs have prep schools, and that's seen as preparing the next generation of students to come to the university. But what we have found in the last 15, 20 years is that the grown-ups want exactly the same thing for themselves as they do for their children. And so you really have intergenerational education, and that then feeds on itself, and adults and children, young and old, professional, amateurs. It creates a tremendously exciting community that elevates everybody. And so I knew that we were poised to take that on here because the university is so integrated with the region, with the community.
I wanted something new to do that would get me out of what I felt like was a kind of rut, so I wanted to try piano again, and so I came here.
I've been taking violin lessons for about 2 years now. Well, most of the times, me and my violin teacher, we work on scales, and then we do other warm-ups and exercises, and then we get on to our fun pieces. I would have to say Vivaldi is my favorite.
I love your outreach programs. I love that you guys are about going in the community and giving back and allowing people, young, old, to experience music that maybe otherwise would not get the chance to, whether it's financially or transportation, they can't get out here. I just love that because I feel like if an organization is not willing to do that, to get out there in the community and say, hey, you know, this is what we can do, what happens with the next generation if they have no love of the arts or no love of music?
What began as a small but important initiative in the School of Music with 5 summer programs over 10 years ago has exploded into classes, private lessons, summer programs, and in-school service programs in the areas of music, theater, visual arts, dance, and computer game design. Higher education in general has done a terrific job in creating some of the best artists in the world. But we have not done a comparatively good job in teaching these artists how to engage and advocate for the arts we love. At Potomac, we are working to change these patterns by providing programs that not only serve the community in significant and enriching ways, but also provide an outlet for our Mason students majoring in an arts discipline to actively engage with the public, and not just in a performance or gallery venue, but through the process of learning how to teach and hone their skills to communicate and advocate. These programs are not designed to only serve a select population of gifted young artists, but to reach all spectrums of our society, including all ages, skill levels, and social economic backgrounds.
My experience so far has been really rewarding and very surprising. I didn't realize what a role model I would be for these kids. I'm not just someone who knocks on their door every night and says, go to bed. I'm someone they come to in class if something is hurting, or if they're not getting a combination, they're asking how to pick up material faster. What's the proper way to behave when they're working with guest choreographers. And they also just come and ask about life. You know, what was my life like at Mason? And you know, what were the ups and downs?
It very closely aligns with the strategic plan of this university to make it more accessible. I don't think this is necessarily something people thought in the fine detail. This is a way to make this university accessible, but it is very important. It's important to me as somebody who brings students onto this campus, for them to see it as soon as they can, for them to be here while they're having fun, and then realize this is also where they could eventually come and go to school. So for me, and on behalf of the admissions office, I think it's a wonderful thing. It's a very exciting thing. And it's fun to see students who I know participated in academy programs come back and eventually become either teachers or eventually become Mason students. So it's a great full circle for me.